Hello everyone and welcome back to Affinity for Commander. My name is Alex and today we're taking a look at the front-facing commanders for the Bloomburrow Precons. As always, if you like any of the cards you see here today, then please make sure your purchases are made through our lovely affiliate links in the description box below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but really helps the channel out quite a lot. And as always, all prices you see here in this video today are provided by the fabulous cardmarket.com. Now, let's get on to the Bard himself. Bellow, Bard of Brambles, is a 3/3 Raccoon Bard for 1 generic, 1 red, and 1 green mana. He reads, during your turn, each non-equipment artifact and non-aura enchantment you control with mana value 4 or greater is a 4/4 elemental creature in addition to its other types, and has indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So Bellow is looking for big artifacts or enchantments, with a key detail being no equipment and no auras, so no Voltron, which is understandable. But that means Bellow's curve is going to be super high end and hitting in to reduce life totals of our opponents being the only real and clear path to victory. The fact that now 4/4 elementals can't die is pretty nice, and the card is pretty sweet. So I'd be looking at cards like Greater Good for Dulcan Ori, Bootlegger's Stash, just genuinely good Gruul artifacts or enchantments to outvalue our opponents, with these then serving as our creatures to beat face with. Now you will have to be running some cards to keep Bellow safe, a Heroic Intervention, a Tamiyo Safekeeping here and there, because if you're leaning really hard into this theme, you're going to be running very little creatures, which will, lead to your life total being threatened, because all the Guardian projects in the world will do nothing when a Blightsteel Colossus is swinging your way. Now, moving up into the skies of Bloomburrow, we have Zinnia, Valley's Voice. Zinnia is a 1/3 flying legendary bird bard for 1 white, 1 red, and 1 blue mana. They are flying and read, Zinnia Valley's Voice gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. And creature spells you cast have Offspring 2. Now, Offspring is a new mechanic whereby you pay an additional cost as you cast a certain card, and if you do, as they enter, they also create a token copy of themselves, except it's a 1/1. And they're just so gosh darn adorable. Now, Zinnia giving this ability to every creature spell we cast is definitely what makes them so unbelievably powerful. Now, sure, going the commander damage route is very enticing and fun by just casting a big Secure the Waste or Grand Crescendo in one of our opponent's end steps, and then just swinging in with our now massive bird. But Zinnia can also scale up the power levels with one little broken goblin. Dockside Extortionist. Add either a Shrieking Drake or Cloudstorm Curio, and as long as Dockside is producing 3+ treasures, you'll be getting infinite treasures and infinite 1/1 versions of the Little Goblin, thanks to Zinnia giving it Offspring as well. As with either the Drake or the Curio, you are able to bounce the Dockside back to your hand to recast it and pay the Offspring cost to get these infinite tokens, both the treasures and the 1/1s. You were honestly just such a mistake. Now, aside from the silly combos with that goblin, Zinnia's ability to give just massive advantage by doubling up our powerful ETBs shouldn't be understated. Having a double lot of Spellseeker entered to tutor up any 2-drop instant or sorcery you want is very, very good. Having double Monastery Mentor to get more 1/1 tokens for Zinnia to be abusing and getting bigger from. Or heck, even just getting double Knight of the White Orchid trigger to get more lands out of our library is also pretty nice and much needed in Jeskai colours. Versatile, in good colour combination, and able to scale up to the highest power levels. Yes, Zinnia is very good. But now back down to Earth, and see after that, whole combo tacular commander, let's see if we can't get some friends back. Miss Bumbleflower. Oh, why is her name that? Miss Bumbleflower is a 1/5 rabbit citizen for 1 generic, 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 green mana. They have vigilance and read, Whenever you cast a spell, target opponent draws a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until the end of turn. If this is the second time this ability is resolved this turn, you draw 2 cards. So it seems that Mrs. Bumbleflower wants us to be having a super low curve to be able to cast 2 spells a turn, giving cards to our opponents, and then drawing 2 ourselves on the next spell to help balance this out. And then we've got a light smattering of +1/+1 counter synergies to go with it. Now, I do love the politics that Mrs. Bumbleflower here is playing, being able to say to an opponent, hey, I'll give you a card if you let me hit you with this Orange Frostfang so I can draw 2. It's only fair. And that will happen. And then being able to give your creatures +1/+1 counters and flying so they can still get in for those on-damage effects, so stuff like Derevi, for example, can trigger, is just excellent. And also really aggressive for a banned group hug deck. Now, yes, I am fully aware that you can give the +1/+1 counter and flying to any creature on the board, but we've already given our opponents a card here. What more do they want? But yes, I'm probably the wrong person to be talking about or reviewing a group hug commander, considering I'm still thinking about making 2 Esper Sentinels with Xenea's triggers. That would be filthy. But just to conclude on our rabbit, she's got a nice effect, +1/+1 counters in band as a tried and tested archetype, so there's loads of support ready and raring for her. Now onto the final commander, and it just wouldn't be a set about cute, adorable animals in Magic the Gathering without a squirrel. Hazel the Root Bloom is a 3/5 legendary squirrel druid for 2 generic, 1 green, 1 black mana. He reads, tap, pay 2 life, tap X untap tokens you control, add X black mana in any combination of colours. And at the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. If that token is a squirrel, instead create 2 tokens that are copies of it. I'd like a new squirrel commander, please. Colours? Black-green. How original. With a token theme. Oh, daring today, aren't we, sir? Okay, so Hazel isn't exactly pushing the boat out in terms of breaking new ground for squirrel commanders and the squirrel archetype as a whole. But then, that's kind of fine. They're leaning into what squirrels are known for and building on the archetype and the support that's already there. Remember, this is the creature type best known for making a ton of tokens to 15-way block and Emrakul. That's their legacy. So tokens are completely on point, and being able to make 2 tokens in each end step is a great way of accumulating blockers and building a board state to eventually swing out with something like Beastmaster's Ascension for game. Plus, with this many creature tokens, it means Hazel can be tapping for additional mana to pay for the offspring cost of other squirrels. That way we're getting 2 copies of the creature with the good effect, rather than just more vanilla squirrel tokens. Even if they aren't squirrels themselves, I'd still like a copy of Iridescent Vinelash every single turn, thank you very much. But if I had to put money on what's in the deck, as I am recording this before the decks are revealed, I would definitely say there is going to be some squirrels in that deck with Offspring to synergize with Hazel's ability to make more token copies. However, the big question still remains that, is Hazel better than Chatterfang, the current top-rated squirrel commander? And for me, Chatterfang just makes squirrels when tokens are made in general and has removal stapled onto them. Hazel, however, makes tokens of tokens that are already in play, but then has a tap ability for more mana to pay for costs, but you also have to tap the tokens as well to do so, which that just seems really inefficient for a 4 mana commander. Personally, I still think more people are going to go with Chatterfang as being their squirrel commander, with Hazel slotting into the 99 as being a nice bit of support. For me though, I would actually go Hazel just simply because I like the idea of sitting back and let my board grow by itself due to my commander's ability, and me just being able to sit there holding up interaction. For the commanders overall, Xenea is definitely my favourite for the simple fact they are versatile with being a good weenie commander, having commander damage as an option for winning, or just being able to play high-powered dockside combos if you want a stronger deck. Plus, this bird is only 3 mana. Bellow has to be quite high in the curve and requires some setup to be really hitting in for a lot of damage, but should you be able to get those few artifact or enchantments out, then start hitting in for trampling damage and drawing cards, you should be on the winner. Miss Bumbleflower kills me by giving cards to our opponents, but drawing 2 cards every turn by keeping a low curve and then buffing our team still seems good, especially with the flying as well, which is a bit weird for a bunny, but they do jump, so that's kind of flying for a little bit, so if it's only during our turn, yeah, okay, I can see that. And finally, Hazel making double squirrel tokens and even just copies of other token creatures I do really like. Shame it isn't in blue for more cards that just make token copies of other creatures, and it does make them the other black-green squirrel commander. Still good, but the impact is lessened due to its lack of innovation. For me though, rather obviously, Zinnia wins out handily as being the best commander for the Commander Precons. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to commission an artist to actually make a little Dockside Offspring token and make it adorable as physically possible. Support the artists. And that'll be the end of the video for today, guys. Which of the 4 Precons are you most excited about, or what legendary creature are you most excited about from Bloomburrow? Whatever your thoughts, leave them in the comments below. We read every single one of them. And as always, all Affinity for Commander content is made possible thanks to support of our amazing patrons. You guys are truly awesome. If you too like to become a patron of the channel and get access to exclusive EDH rewards, including our official Discord server, then be sure to check out our link in the description box below. You can also support the channel in a few other quick and easy ways, liking this video, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, and commenting. But as always guys, I've been Alex, and I will see you next time.